Okay, I was just live and then it ended and said that it was connecting. Let me go to my channel to make sure that we are live. I never even subscribed to my own channel. Let me subscribe. Okay, boom. I can see me. I can see me. Okay, perfect. Perfect. We live. We live. We in here. We in here. Welcome to day number 2, you guys. Welcome to those of you guys who are here watching live, and welcome to those of you guys who are going to watch the replay. Welcome to day number 2. If you missed day number 1, go rewatch number 1. So day number 2 will make sense to you. There are no worksheets, so don't worry, you don't have to download anything. There are no worksheets. I don't want y'all to get caught up in a worksheet. Just grab your favorite pen and your favorite journal, and let's get to work. Welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you guys, maybe you at lunch right now, because this is a lunch and learn. I hope you're eating something healthy. I hope you're drinking some water and eating something green. Okay. Today, you guys, I'm really, really excited. I just love live videos so much better. So y'all gotta tell me, do y'all like live or do y'all like the pre-recorded? I personally have fallen in love with the live. I used to cringe at live video, and now I love it so much just because of the live interaction that you get and the questions right then and there. You don't have to wait until you finish recording your video, then edit it and upload it. You can just come here and hit the go live and start helping the people. So that's what we're going to do today, you guys. We're going to talk about how to sell without sounding salesy. And I think I spelled that wrong um, in the um, in the actual. I should have turned my notifications off. I think I spelled that wrong on the title. Okay, I got my notifications off. All right, so I want to talk to you guys today about how to sell without sounding salesy. And I hate that because I don't want you guys to think that sales is a bad word, or that you should feel a certain type of way because you're asking for money for your services. And let me tell you why I say that. I say that because, like I stated yesterday, so many people find refuge and comfort in a company or a person telling them what their value is, saying, oh, we're going to give you $65,000 a year to work here. I want you guys to think about this. For those of you guys who struggle with thinking that you can earn six figures and beyond in your business, I want you to think about this. If a company is telling you they're going to pay you $50,000 a year, $60,000 a year, $75,000 a year, whatever that dollar amount is, have you ever thought about how much you're actually bringing that company? If you're only going to generate me $100,000 in my business, the odds of me hiring you and giving you 50 grand to go do that is probably slim to none. Right? So just think, you're earning your company multiple six figures a year, and they're giving you that $65,000. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I just want you guys to understand that you guys are doing the work that generates that dollar amount already. You guys already have the capabilities to earn the dollar amount that you see or that you're inspired by your favorite creator or coach or whomever. I want you to know you're earning that dollar amount too. When I say earning, you may not be receiving it, but you're earning it. If your company is paying you $65,000, I want you to actually, I believe my sister told me that there's some book or something, but you can go to your company and ask them, how much does your job generate the company? Go to HR, whoever you gotta go to, and tell them how much you guys are paying me $65,000. How much am I actually bringing into this company? Now, I don't know if they're gonna tell you because they're gonna be like, well, is you trying to go do this somewhere else? But just understand this is just a mental thought that I want you guys to meditate on, because so often people think that reaching these higher dollar amounts is so hard when 90% of y'all watching this video are already earning that. You just are not receiving it because you haven't packaged and positioned yourself like your company has. But we're going to get you to that. Number one, Number one, I got 5 points for you guys today. For those of you guys who are taking notes, again, we are talking about how to sell without sounding salesy. Okay. Number one, oh, wait, before I get to that, I want to say this. When you guys go to the mall, right? Because nobody really likes to be sold to. We love to shop. If you love to shop, put a dollar emoji in the comment section. If you love to shop, most people love to shop, but most people just don't like being sold to. So if you go to the mall, you had no intention on buying any kind of sea salt hand scrub from the Dead Sea in Israel. That was not even on your radar. You walk into the mall, some nice person walks up to you and hands out their hand and say, oh, I've got this great scrub, sea salt scrub that was found in the Dead Sea. And you trying to get to Macy's so you can get to the sale that Macy's just sent you a text message. You are not. So in those moments, it's easy for us to be like, no, thank you, no, thank you. Why? Because that wasn't on our radar. And in those moments, we feel like, I didn't even ask for this. Why are you trying to sell me something? Are you trying to say my hands is ashy? Like, what's really going on? So I wanted to state that first because I want you guys to know, don't feel yucky about getting people to spend their money with you. People love to shop. People love to buy. People love to click add in the cart. People get an adrenaline rush when it says that they get that email and it says that download, click here. People love doing that. You just have to package and position, get in position so they can love to do it for you and with you, because people love to shop. Okay, number one, give value first and then make the offer. So many people don't understand the process of the sale, right? A lot of people will come on and they will say, oh my gosh, I just wrote my first book. Look at my phone. I just wrote my first book. You guys come and support me. Support. Support you for what, girl? I'm trying to support me and my 3 kids. You talking about you want me to support you? Girl, I don't care that you wrote a book. I'm on my way to work, trying to get to this job, trying to pay these bills, and you want me to support you? But if you just wrote your first book and it is a book on how to, it's a book for single mothers, how to raise your sons by yourself, and you on your way to work because you're a single mother, and she giving you three good tips. She just gave you 3 good tips on how to be a single mom, and 2 out of 3 of those tips, one of them you already doing, but 2 of them you like, girl, I didn't even think about that. You asked the dad to do that. I never even thought to hand over that responsibility, right? So that person that just wrote their first book, instead of them coming on and saying, I just wrote my first book, come support me, give value. Give something tangible out of that book. So that way, when you make the offer, they're like, girl, I can't wait to see what else is in the book. You just gave me two tips that just changed my morning routine. I can't wait to see how you handle this in the afternoon. Like, what is your routine then? Right? So you want to give value. You want to teach something, what I'm doing right now with y'all, okay? You want to give value and then make your offer. That's number one. Number 2 is to speak to the problem that people have. Speak to their problem. Do not speak to the solution, to the solution of your product. Oftentimes, you will have coaches and some content creators talk about their 12-week program. I have a 12-week program. I wish I could see comments. I have a 12-week program, and I'm going to take you. The first week, we're going to go through the mindset. First, we're going to work on your mindset, and then after I help you clear your blocks, perhaps from your childhood or from that raggedy relationship you were in. After that, that's when I'm going to give you some affirmations, some specific affirmations specifically for your. Talk to the problem. Talk to the fact that this woman can't barely get out of bed. Talk about that because she's so unhappy. She's so depressed. Talk about where she is right now and how the reason why you can talk about that because you were once there. You're going to talk to the problem because that's what's going to resonate with her. When I did my very, 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 very first public speaking, first public speaking, engagement, It was at a homeless shelter here in Baltimore, Maryland. And I actually have a video where I talk about how I got 15 clients in one day. It was actually from the shelter. And so when I went in to do the workshop, I started talking about I literally started my talk to a group full of homeless women. And I started off by saying, well, I was, driving down Main Street, and every time I would drive down Main Street, I would say to myself, I'm going to open up a boutique on Main Street. I'm going to open, like I had this dream. I would tell them that I had a dream of opening up my own boutique. And then one day I saw a for rent sign on the building, and I called, and then long story short, I got the location, and now I have my own business. And that's how I started my story, right? So at the end of that talk, it was cool, whatever. Then we went, it was actually a vision board workshop that I was hosting there. And the director, she came over to me at the end and she said, Angel, I love your story. It's powerful. But you talking to a room full of homeless people. And you started your story off by saying you were just driving down Main Street one day and you wanted to open up a boutique, and boom, it was for rent, and you just went home and got all this money that you've been storing and saving and put it into your business. I was like, oh, that's not what I did at all. She was like, I know, you need to start from the beginning, how you failed the 9th grade 3 times, never graduated from high school, how you yourself were on welfare, and you yourself were getting government assistance. You yourself were getting food stamps and cash assistance and government housing. You got to start with the problem. Don't start at the solution. So she literally, it was just like, duh. But you got to get out here and fumble your way through, mastering your craft. And so when she said that, that's when it turned around to me. I'm like, oh my gosh, that probably went over so many people's head. They probably thought I was this rich girl that just came in and was like, oh, let me go talk to these people about dreaming bigger. No, baby, I was right where you are. I just ain't make it to the homeless spot, right? So you got to you have to talk to the problem that people have. Then you can give them the solution. Once they know that you understand the problem, once they know that you can see them, feel them, and understand them, that's when they're going to open up the rest of themselves, and eventually they're going to open up your wallet. Now, I kind of went into number 3, but number 3 is you want to tell stories, not just strategies. You guys, these 3 ways to this and 3 ways to that and 5 ways to this. Like, I stayed away from that for the longest time because it was just driving me insane. I ain't even gonna hold you. It was, I said, if I see another 5 tips to do something, I'm going to burst. But I had to understand. It was drowning me out because this is my field. I see it. I'm inundated with it all the time. However, to the average person, the consumer, they need 5 ways to this, 6 ways to that, 3 ways to this. They need that information in bite-sized pieces. But here's the caveat. Here's what's going to turn your 5 ways to this and 3 ways to that. What's going to make it stand out is that you're not just going to give strategy. You're going to give story. So in your 3 points, to whatever, to releasing weight, to being more confident, to being a stay-at-home mama, whatever your niche is, right? You want to tell a story behind that. Give a story in one of those points so you're not just always giving strategy. I think that's what got to me, because it's like behind strategy, there's a story. There's a story behind every strategy, and I felt like that's what was missing. So you got to tell stories, not just strategies. And let me tell you, especially now, more than ever, my friends, ChatGPT is out here writing whole books. Y'all, I wrote 4 books in like 3 days from ChatGPT. Okay, ChatGPT can give you strategies, tips, and points all day, but they cannot tell your story. So you got to get out here and tell your story. Literally, people have started whole YouTube channels. You got faceless YouTube channels where it's just AI that's creating this content. And it's a good thing. It's just, as a coach, you got to know, you got to go deeper than a strategy. You have got to give your story, because there is no AI tool that has your story. So you got to give your story. The next one, number 4, is you have to give more calls to actions. You got to invite people to do things. You got to tell people to do things, even if you don't have anything to sell right now. Get in the habit of telling people what to do. So the very next post that you post, I want you to tell them to tag 2 of their friends, or tell them to share the post, or tell them to save it so they can come back later to reread it or rewatch it, whatever it is. Start telling people what to do. You tell everybody in your household what to do. You tell the lady at the grocery store what to do. You tell everybody in your life what to do, how to move, and all that. You tell your kids to pick stuff up. You tell your husband what to get from the grocery store on his way home from work. I need you to tell your audience to save the post, tag 2 friends, and what else I say? And like it, or whatever. Click the link in your bio. Whatever. Start getting used to giving calls to action. The whole world is waiting on an instruction. I remember Dr. Mike Murdock saying that a long time ago. That's where I got that line from, and it's so true. The whole world is waiting on its very next instruction. Excuse me, I just spit. I'm so glad y'all not in front of me. Literally, everybody, you go to work, you're waiting for your instruction. Somebody's scrolling on social media. They watch the video. They're like, okay, well, what am I going to do? I'm watching this video on how to bake this cake. Like, what's my next step? Give calls to actions, even if it's not to buy something, even if it's just a comment, tag 2 friends, save it, whatever. The last and final point, you guys, number 5, is to show up like a leader. Show up like the leader that you are. When you show up as a leader, you will never have to beg for a sale. I want y'all to write that down somewhere so you never have to feel that begging spirit come all over you. Show up as a leader and you never have to beg. When you show up as a leader, whether it be in person, online, in your newsletter, in a post, there's an energy behind what you post, your videos. There's an energy behind that. So I need you to show up as you know what you're talking about. Why do you know what you're talking about? Because you done been there. And so I know I worked with somebody a couple weeks ago that literally said that her and another coach went through the similar situation. She's seeing her process and how she's telling people how she got over it, and it's not how she was able to get over it. So there is what is that saying? There is 1,000 ways to skin a cat. There is 1,000 ways to get over an abusive relationship. There is 1,000 ways to get off of welfare. There is 1,000 ways to build your confidence. There are 1,000 ways to lose weight. There are 1,000 ways to get your blood pressure. There are 1,000 ways to do everything. Stop counting yourself out just because somebody else is doing it. Be the leader that God has called you to be. You've been leading ever since you was in diapers. You've been leading ever since you was in kindergarten. You've been that leader. Get in line. Did you do your homework? Push your seat in. Put your crayons away. She said it's time to put your crayons away. Get in line. Get in line. The teacher's coming. Come on, get in line. You've been doing that since. That's who you are. How do I know that? Because you only attract that of who you are. You only attract people of who you are, who you're going to become, or who you used to be. So I know that was you. I know that was you. So now that you've grown, now that you big girl, big boy, I'm going to need you to carry on those characteristics like you did when you was a child, that you was big, bad, and bold enough. I'm going to need you to now do that in the righteous way, on God's side. Like, yes, I'm walking in my purpose. I'm guiding people. Yes, I'm telling people what to do. I'm telling them to do exactly what I did because this is the results that I got. And I'm confident in that. And I'm going to tell them how to do it. Why? Because I'm going to show up as a leader. Y'all got it. I just bit the inside of my lip as I was talking. It kind of hurt a little bit. I cannot see any comments, you guys. If there are any questions, comments, or concerns, I guess post them in the comment section and perhaps I'll be able to see them later. I didn't even see how I was able to do that. Anyway, you guys, we will be here same time, same place tomorrow. For those of you guys who are not trained and certified and want to get trained and certified as a life coach, want to go through an intensive training that's going to give you the confidence and the competence to get on the phone or to put yourself out there as a life coach, my home study program is available. You can either comment here, I guess, And I can send you guys the link, and or head over to angelrichardson.com. It is on my website. I'm going to teach you my 4-step process to coach any client. It's the LIFE process. Listen, identify, fulfill, and execute. I teach you those 4 steps in depth in my training and certification program, and it will give you the confidence and competence to to coach any client in any niche. Other than that, you guys, I will see you guys tomorrow, same place, same time. Bye.